All right, everybody, welcome here at the Emory Eagles gym. I'm Sam Durham here with Matthew Sadik. Today on the half court at the middle court, we have a very special game. It's the SBC Campers versus the Counselors, 1s and 2s. First to 21. We saw a little bit of some preseason action last night. Zeke looking really good. Jeremy, he's had another year to his veteran career so far in this one. Looking at this, first to 21, we have Matthew. The lineups have been submitted. What do you think so far?
Yeah, so for the Campers, you got starting point guard Matthew Sadik, starting shooting guard Jake Morgenstein, starting small forward Sam Durham, starting power forward Chris Verma, and starting center Marcus Trevetti. I think this is a very solid lineup. Of course, they are on the little bit of a shorter side compared to the Counselors, who are, of course, around 20 years older on average. I think it's going to be a very close game, as in preseason, the Counselors did win 11-6, as that was to 11. But we did have a replacement for Chris Verma, and now Chris Verma is back from his injury, so maybe we'll have a different result.
Not to mention this one, first to 21, as we look at the lineup for the play-by-play Counselors presented by the Student Sports Network. At point guard, we have Zeke. Hopefully he doesn't ask for that water break. He was looking really good, though. He threw a little James Harden Euro step in there. At shooting guard, his backcourt partner is Adam Giordano. A little bit of a shaky performance last night. That assist-to-turnover ratio probably needs to go down. Small forward Chris Sharp, he needs to figure out that shot from beyond the arc if he wants to be a lethal stretch three. Looking at the power forward spot, it's Jacob Moser. A lot of rookie mistakes last night. And then at that center, of course, veteran, definitely HOF status. He's just adding another ring to his career, Jeremy Treatman. Looking at this realistically, final score predictions, we do have these spread in presented by FanDuel. It is currently Counselors minus 3.5 points here. Before we get into the other bets, I'm gonna say I think that the Campers can cover this bet. Like you said, Chris Verma not there in preseason, and they have a lot more team chemistry after last night's game.
Yeah, I believe that if they just shoot well, then it will be great. Sam Durham was playing amazing in preseason last night, shooting the ball near perfect as he scored most of the Campers' points. I'm pretty sure he scored 4 of the 6 points. So Sam Durham played great. Marcus Trevetti needs to get a little bit more in the paint as he was shooting a little bit too much. So maybe if they could run him more as a big man instead of a small forward, then the Campers will have a lot better of a shot. I feel like defense is key as long as you don't get mismatched in the post, because Matthew Sadik got scored on a couple of times by guys like Zeke, who are the shortest player on the Counselor team, but that's just a mismatch, and you cannot help height. I believe that the Campers will win this game, actually.
All right, before we go, we're going to take a look at our Little Caesars keys to the game. I'm looking at the tagline, by the way, eat the pizza, taste the cardboard. All right, looking at this one. I think that the first key is rebounding for these Campers. Marcus, I don't care that Jeremy, I don't know how much older he is. You got to get in there and box out. Same thing. If you're Sam, you can't let Zeke have another drive-by like that. That's just unacceptable. Another thing I got to say is you got to shoot the ball lights out. There's not going to be any second chance points for this team, just looking at their size. And then the third, tire out the Counselors. They're having a really hard time working 9 to 5. I'm sure that they'll have a hard time working 0 to 21 in this one. What are your Little Caesars keys to the game?
Yeah, well, one strat, I know it's kind of unfair, but the night before you keep the Counselors up, you make some noise and make sure that they cannot sleep. So they are tired, and we could make them exhausted for this game. I think that the Campers will win, as my final prediction, 21-18 in a very close game where it's all around from everybody, and Jake Morgenstein hits the game-winning three-pointer when it was 19-18. He makes it. It's 21-18, and the Campers get to celebrate their huge win against the Counselors.
All right, one final thought. The injury report presented to you by Mission Health. Chris Sharp, he had to stay up till 1 a.m. dealing with those Campers last night, so he is on a day-to-day status right now. Zeke, he's having a hard time sleeping in this new place, so he didn't do well either. And it has been reported there, no official rumor, but Adam Giordano, he didn't get much sleep last night either. The Campers are fully healthy besides Chris Verma. He has Ben Simmons syndrome. He's having a really hard time knocking down those three-point shots. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching on SBC. For Matthew Sadik, I'm Sam Durham. Live coverage of this event begins tonight at around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you guys down at the court, and thank you for tuning in to this pregame show.